Hi guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm so nervous right now. For the first video, I'm going to be doing a little question and answer, get to know me type thing. Last week I put a story up on Instagram and asked if anyone had any questions that they wanted me to answer in this video today. So a lot of you did get back to me, thank you very much for that. And what I've done for the video today is just split the questions kind of into like little categories. There was quite a lot of questions about the same topics and stuff, so what I'm going to do is answer them in chunks throughout the video rather than like random questions one after the other. So yeah, I'm so excited and I hope you guys enjoy watching. So what I've got is all the questions here on my phone. I'm just going to read them off of this and then answer them, obviously. I'm going to get the pure boring like generic ones out the way at the start. So my name is Abigail Comrie and I am 20 years old. I'm from Falkirk. I stay in Larbert in Falkirk, so that's where I'm from. And a few of you asked what I'm studying at uni, so this is so random because everyone always thinks that I do like something to do with fashion, but I actually study social science. It's so random, but I enjoy it. It's so good. And when I leave uni, I would quite like to go into marketing, maybe like fashion marketing or just like social media marketing or something like that. I'm really interested in that at the moment, so I think that's what I would want to do. A lot of you asked me questions about me and my boyfriend Taylor, so I've got a couple of questions here which I'm going to answer first. Yeah, you get me. So I'm going to answer them first, but the full video isn't on that in case people are like, oh my god, I'm not watching this, like, she's talking about her boyfriend. But it's only the first bit that's on that, don't worry guys. The rest is interesting. I'm not saying that's not interesting, but this is the first bit is what I'm trying to say. So the first question that you guys asked me about me and Taylor was, how did you meet your boyfriend? So this is quite a funny story, but I'd wanted to speak to Taylor for ages, and basically one night my friend was like, oh, why don't you just tweet him saying happy birthday? Because it was his birthday, obviously. So I done that, and then he replied to the tweet saying like thanks or whatever, and then a wee love heart at the end of it. So me and her were like pure jumping about in her bedroom like, oh my god, this is so good, like he's replied with a love heart. Pure cringe, I know, I wouldn't do that now, but I was 15, so we'll just cut me some slack. But yeah, that's how we actually started speaking to each other, so shout out to you, Lindsay. Then we spoke to each other after that, and a little while later a group of us went to tea in the park together, and that's when we first like properly met each other, and we spent the full weekend together. It was so good, and we've just spoke to each other ever since. And then Taylor finally asked me out after what felt like 3 million years. I'm kidding, it wasn't that long, but it did take ages to ask, and then we've just been together ever since. How long have you been together? We've been together for 3 and a bit years, and it'll be 4 years in October coming. How have you maintained a long-term relationship and kept it exciting? I thought this was such a good question. I mean, I don't really struggle like for me and Taylor to keep it exciting. I still get excited to see Taylor like I did at the very beginning of our relationship. Like I get excited for him to come to my house during the week for his dinner. Sad, I know, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, you probably shouldn't need to force for it to feel exciting, but I know it is important to try and maintain a long-term relationship. So I would say maybe just always have something planned, like plan a little date night or have a holiday to look forward to, like book city breaks and stuff together, just so you've always got something to like look forward to together and being able to spend time with each other and have fun. I think that's so important. The next question is, go to dinner and cocktail on a date night. I think we mostly go for an Italian. I'd say that's like our go-to date night dinner would be an Italian, and my go-to cocktail would be a porn star martini. So the next section is on holidays. So the first one is, what's your favourite place you've travelled to and why? I'd say Thailand. Me and Taylor went on holiday to Thailand last year, and it was honestly just incredible. Like, it was such a good holiday. My favourite place that we stayed in Thailand would be Koh Samui. When we stayed there, we stayed like in this little villa. It was just so nice inside. We had our own little plunge pool, and the actual main pool for all the villas was like right on the beach. You could walk right onto the beach from the pool. It was just amazing. It was such a nice place. And while we were in Thailand, we done some really good stuff. So we stayed a few nights in Bangkok, and the hotel we stayed in there had a rooftop bar, which was so cool because obviously like there's loads of skyscrapers and stuff there, so it's really cool to see it all lit up at night. Oh, and we bathed elephants. So cool, I know, but it's kind of disgusting at the same time because see when you're in the water with them, it's not a very nice colour. I was a bit worried they were doing the toilet or something. No, but it was actually so cool. It was so fun.
Amazing holiday.
So next question is favourite city break. My favourite city break was definitely Paris. It's like my favourite place in the world. I absolutely love Paris. It's so nice. Eiffel Tower and that is just so beautiful. So yeah, that is definitely my favourite city break. Places that you'd like to go that you haven't been yet. So this is somewhere which I have already been, but I want to go back there, and that is LA. But places which I've never been that I would really like to go, my top 3. My top 3 are Miami, Bali and the Maldives. Okay, so here is a couple of questions that you guys asked me about my friends. So the first question is, how and when did you meet your friends? I'm not going to drag this story out, but basically when I was at school, I had like quite a shitty time when I was at high school, and for my last year of high school I actually ended up moving school because I just wasn't having a great time at all at the school that I was at. So I moved, and honestly, like, I am so lucky. Like, this is just a true example of everything happens for a reason. See, when you think it's so bad that it can't get any better, it does. When I moved school and stuff and met the girls that I'm friends with now, I'm just so lucky to have such amazing friends and to have met them. And I'm actually really glad that all the stuff that happened that was bad at the time happened, because otherwise I wouldn't be friends with them just now, and I'm just so thankful for them being my friends. So favourite place for a night out with your friends, I would say best night out is Glasgow, and maybe a bit of a cliche answer, but I think October is just the best place for a night out. It's always good vibes, yes, good laughs, so that's my favourite place to go. Who is your best friend? So I don't have one best friend. Best friend sound like I'm like 5. In our full group there's 11, 10? I think there's 11. So they're all obviously like my best friends, but I have 2 closest best friends, and that is Hannah and Grace. A lot of people would think like a 3 doesn't work, but I think a 3 works so well for us. Yeah, I just love them to absolute bits. So hi, if you are watching. And do you have any funny drunken stories? The funniest drunken story that we've all got together is when we were in Ibiza. We were just in the rooms. I think we were actually getting ready to go out at night. The girls like tapped on the door and they were like, oh my god, this guy, he just came into our room. He's just came into our room to sell us tickets. We were wanting to go to David Guetta that night, so they were like, oh, he's here, he's going to sell us the tickets. And they brought him into our apartment. He just sat down at the table and stuff. Like, Hannah and Grace were hiding in their room like, nah, like, get this guy out, he's defo dodgy. For some reason, like, a few of us were like, nah, it's fine, like, he's gonna sell us the tickets, like, let's just go along with it. We were actually ready to hand this guy over the money for the tickets, and then one of the girls had to go down to reception because our shower never worked. It was always freezing cold water, so they went down to reception, and the wee reception woman, Sherry, she came up and basically she walked in, seen this guy and was like to him, you're not allowed in here, shouting, calling him illegal and everything. It was just, I feel like you kind of had to be there, but it was actually hilarious. Like, this random guy into the room and thought it was fine, and see now when you think back,
I'm like, why did we do that?
Second funniest drunken story was, went down to Newcastle for a night out, And this had been built up to be such a big thing, like we were so excited for it. I never even made it past 11 o'clock. So basically we had to leave the club we were in, get a taxi back to the hotel so they could take me back to my bed because I was absolutely steaming. I was sick in the taxi, and then basically we were in the room. Nicole's trying to get my pyjamas and that on me, get me into my bed, and I fell on top of her, and she couldn't get up. I was just like a dead weight on top of her, and she couldn't get back up. The third funniest drunken story is another one from Ibiza. We're at Ocean Beach. I was like cutting about Ocean Beach with my sunglasses on and no lenses in them, thinking I looked fine, no lenses in my sunglasses. And then after it, me and Grace went to Pizza Hut and spent €60 on food.
60 euros.
On a Pizza Hut. The next couple of questions are on blogging. This I didn't want to answer too many because I didn't want to do like the full get to know me on blogging and Instagram. I wanted it to be kind of just random questions and stuff as well, just quite fun. But I'm going to answer a few that I did quite like the questions. The first question is, has blogging made you realise who your true friends are? I really like this question because it has made me realise that I've actually got such an amazing group of friends. Like every single one of the girls is so supportive. I just love my friends. I'm maybe being biased, but I think I've got the best friends in the full world. But they're so supportive of everything I do on Instagram, and when I ask them like for advice and stuff to do with it, like when I was starting this YouTube, like I was asking them loads of advice on it, and they're all so helpful. So I would say that the blogging has actually not made me realise who my true friends are, but made me realise that I have actually got such great friends and I'm so lucky to have them. The next question is, what is your favourite thing about blogging? So my favourite things about blogging are, I've made really good friends through blogging, obviously people that I wouldn't have met if I didn't do it. So yeah, that's one of the best things about it. I also love like going to the events and stuff. That's super fun, and just working with brands that I like truly really like and I would buy the clothes off of anyway. I'm really lucky to be able to promote them on my Instagram. The next question is, where do you get your fashion inspiration? So I would actually say that I get my fashion inspiration from different bloggers on Instagram. That's my favourite way to kind of look at clothes, like see what I think I'm liking and stuff at the moment. So I would say, yeah, Instagram. Did you ever think you would get to work with big brands like you have? No, like if I thought this would be my situation a couple of years ago, I'd never have thought that I would be doing this. I think it's because I never really planned to do this, like it just kind of happened. So no, I didn't think I would ever get to work with them. And there's actually a funny story about this. Me and Taylor were in the airport coming home from Paris. Polly actually messaged me saying that they would like to collab and they would like to like send me out something to put up on my Instagram, and I literally was jumping up and down at the airport. Like Taylor was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh my god, Polly have messaged me. Like it was just, I was so happy about it, and I still get excited about working with them and so many other brands. This question I like as well. So it was, how do you deal with negative comments about blogging? This is actually something which used to really get to me. I used to get dead upset like when people would have something bad to say, and see now I actually think, why did I ever get upset over that? Why did I ever let that bother me? See, if someone wants to go on Twitter and slate something that I'm doing, that says more about them than it says about me. You need to just be the bigger person. Don't say anything back. Rise above it. People are always going to talk about you. That's the thing. No matter what you do, they're always going to have something to say. So just do what you want anyway. The last question is, do you do blogging full time? No, I don't do blogging full time. I'm still at uni. I obviously would love to do blogging full time, but I don't know now. Just see what the future holds. Okay, so the last couple of questions which I'm going to answer before the end of the video are just random ones that you guys put on my story that I quite liked, so I'm just going to answer these ones. Someone asked, what is your favourite purchase? I can't actually decide. I think it's either my pink Gucci bag, which was the first designer bag that I bought by myself, so I think maybe that, but also my Louis Vuitton bum bag, which I bought in Paris just because it was so fun being able to go into Louis Vuitton in Paris and actually buy it. So I would say one of those two. What is something about you people wouldn't know? I used to be obsessed with being an actress. So I used to be obsessed. I wanted to be an actress so badly. If you asked me what I wanted to do when I was older a couple of years ago, it would have been that. So I was actually an extra in the Trainspotting 2 film. I've been in River City. Been to LA twice to do acting over there. Just on like a kind of like a program thing where you got like lessons and stuff, and then you got to film at Universal Studios in Hollywood. So that's actually quite cool. If you had to choose one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Spaghetti bolognese, without a doubt.
I love spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, nothing else to say about that question. What is your pet hate? Loud breathers. Which is ironic because everyone has to breathe, obviously, but there's nothing more annoying than sitting beside somebody and they're breathing
So loud.
A good piece of advice that you'd give to your 15-year-old self, I would just say, don't worry about trying to be someone else just to fit in. Like, just be yourself and don't worry so much. If I could go back and say that to my 15-year-old self, it would definitely be don't worry so much. Everything works out and everything gets better, even if it seems like it's really shit at the time. It's not going to be shit forever. Everything gets better. So that is what I would go back and tell my 15-year-old self. What are your life goals? My life goals are just, I just want to be happy. I want to live in a nice house when I'm older, have a good job, have a good family and friends, and yeah, just be happy. The very final question, which some of you might be glad to hear, so yeah, I'll stop rambling on now.
Can't even get my words out.
So yeah, the last question is, what do you want to achieve from making a YouTube? So like I said at the start of the video, this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm really excited that I've actually got around to doing it. Just for fun, really. I enjoy putting videos and stuff up on my Instagram, so I thought, why not just give YouTube a go? And then maybe with some of the brands I work with on Instagram, I can do like clothes hauls and stuff. Yeah, I'm really excited that I've actually got this going now, and that is the first video done. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching the first video, and I hope I didn't ramble on too much. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will get another video up soon if people enjoy this. You could maybe even give me suggestions on my Instagram of what you would like to see next. So stay safe everyone, and I'll be back on my YouTube soon.